Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you're all good and your response shows that you are taking great interest in your studies nowadays. Your English teacher Faria Bhatt is again here to share something about nouns number and nouns gender. Our objectives for today's lesson are to enable the students to improve their verbal skills, to know key rules regarding plural nouns, to recognize gender of nouns, and to differentiate between masculine, feminine, common, and neuter gender of nouns. Let's review the past lecture. In the previous week, we have learned something about parts of speech, that there were 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, adjective, conjunction, and interjection. Then we also studied about kinds of nouns, that there are different kinds of nouns like common nouns and proper nouns, countable and uncountable nouns, concrete and abstract nouns, material nouns, compound nouns, and collective nouns. As far as countable nouns are concerned, keep in your mind that these can be singular or plural. Like when one person or thing is spoken about, the noun used is singular, and when more than one person or thing is being spoken about, the noun used is plural. So let's see in detail about nouns number. There are certain rules for changing singular nouns into plurals. Let's see these two examples. Example number 1, the singular form is cart, and second example is bus. If you see the plural forms of these, you will notice that cart is changed into carts but just adding s at its end, and bus is changed into buses, means its plural form, by adding es at its end. So most nouns in English are countable, and their plural forms can be obtained by adding s or es to their singular forms, like you have seen in these two examples. However, there are different forms of nouns and therefore various rules of plural formation. So let's see those rules. Okay, some of the nouns end on these alphabets like S, CH, SH, SS, and X. And when the singular nouns end on these alphabets, then what do? Plural is made by adding es as its suffix. And what is suffix? Suffix are the letters or group of letters added to the ending of words to change their meaning or function, or to make new words out of them. So es is added as a suffix and it sounds as is. Examples are like box becomes boxes, catch becomes catches, and dish becomes dishes. And if you look into the detail of these examples, like box, it's ending on X. The last alphabet is X. So it has become boxes by adding es at its end as a suffix. And next example is ending on ch, ch sound, catch. So again we have added es at its end and it's pronounced as catches. And the last example here is ending on sh sound, dish, and it has become dishes. Next rule is regarding O. Like if the nouns are ending on O, there are 2 rules for them. Sometimes the nouns end with consonant and O, like the last alphabet is O, but the preceding letter of O is a consonant. The plural is found by adding es at the end. For example, mosquito. The first example is mosquito is ending in O and its preceding letter is T. T. Mosquito. So you see, we have added es at its end. And the next example is of hero. So it is again ending on a consonant R and O. So we have changed it into a plural form that has become heroes by adding es at its end. And another rule for the ending of O of the nouns is that if the word is ending at O and with a vowel, the plural is found by adding s at its end. And you can see in the examples like radio, its last alphabet is O, but the preceding alphabet is a vowel, I. So we have just added s at its end and it has become radios. Then is folio, again vowel I and O. And we have added s as a suffix. And the last example that is given here is E and O. The last two alphabets are a vowel and a O, so again we have added S at the end. So if a noun is ending with a consonant in O, we add ES at the end, and if the noun is ending on a vowel and O, then simply S is added at its end. Okay, now see the next rule and see these examples. These four examples, if you see the singular forms of these four examples, you will come to know that they are all ending on Y. But somewhere IES is added by dropping Y and somewhere S is added only. So let's see, what's the rule? When a noun ends at Y, then again two cases arise, which are when alphabet before Y is a vowel, okay, like in donkey and boy. In donkey, the alphabet before Y is a vowel, that is E, and in boy it is O before Y. Then plural is made by simply adding S as a suffix in the noun. And when alphabet before Y is not a vowel, see the examples. Which are the examples in which the alphabet before Y is not a vowel? Cherry and body. Okay, when alphabet before Y is not a vowel, then plural is made by dropping Y and placing IES at the end of singular form of nouns. So this is another rule if a noun is ending on Y. And here again there are two cases. Okay, if a noun is ending on F and FE, again see the examples, it will become very clear to you. Singular forms, life, loaf, half and scarf. So the plural is found by dropping the F or FE from the singular form and then adding the suffix VES to it. You can see it in life. We have dropped FE and we have added VES, so it has become lives. Again, loaf, F is dropped and added VES. Half, F is dropped and we have added VES to its suffix, and then again scarf, F is dropped and VES is added. But keep in your mind there are certain exceptions to this rule, like giraffe is changed into giraffes, fine, but just adding S at its end, and same goes for puff. By just adding S at its end it becomes puffs. And another two examples, dwarf and hoof. Both are correct. Dwarfs and dwarves, both are correct. Hoofs and hooves, both are correct. You just have to keep these examples, exceptional examples, in your mind also. Okay. The next thing is plurals of compound nouns. Like if the nouns are the compound nouns, then how can we change them into plural forms? S is added as a suffix to the head word of the compound noun. Head word. See the examples. Father-in-law. What is the head word here? Father. Commander-in-chief. What is the head word here? Commander. And in man of war, the head word is man. So what is this rule saying? That S is added as a suffix to the head word of the compound noun. So father will be changed into fathers. Fathers in law. Commander in chief will be changed into commanders in chief. And man of war will be changed into men of war. So singular and plural nouns. Certain things to keep in mind. There are some nouns that are always singular. A few nouns which might be thought of as countable do not have a plural form. For example, furniture, baggage and evidence. Then another thing that you must keep in your mind is that there are certain uncountable concrete nouns that do not have a plural form, like 2 cups of tea, 4 kilos of cheese, 2 bags of rice. The number is used only as a measurement of these uncountable concrete nouns. Fine. Third is countable abstract nouns do not have a plural form. There was darkness outside the town. Darkness is not having any kind of a plural form. Same goes, he had plenty of knowledge. So knowledge is not having any kind of a plural form. Nouns that are always plural. Few countable nouns are always used in the plural form, like scissors, trousers and spectacles. Then nouns that have the same singular and plural forms, like deer, hare, fish, etc. Like some nouns have the same form whether they are used as singular or plural. If it is one deer, we will call it one deer. If there are many deer, we will call them as deer. Same goes for hare and fish also. Then there are nouns that are singular in form and plural in use. It means that they appear as singular, like cattle. It's not having any S or ES at its end. It is appearing as a singular form, but they are plural in meaning and usage, like cattle, people. So many people together, its meaning and usage is plural, but it appears as singular. Like it's not said as peoples or cattles or polices. Fine. So cattle is a plural, people and police, etc. So these are the examples that appear as singular but are plural in meaning and their usage. Then there are nouns that are plural in form and singular in use. They appear as plural. Like if you see the examples, mathematics having S at the end, Netherlands having S at the end, news having S at the end. So it means they appear as plural but are singular in their meaning and usage. Now come to nouns gender. Another topic for today, nouns gender. And what is gender? Gender is a system of differentiating nouns and pronouns as one of the following: masculine, feminine, common, or neuter gender. It can be any one out of these. Let's see them, all of them in detail. Masculine gender, a noun and pronoun that refers to a male character or member of a species, is a masculine gender, male character. Examples like boy, man, he, brother, bull, him, lion, actor, king, and hero. Let's share a helpful hint with you. Sometimes if you just get confused at what is masculine and what is feminine, so just keep in your mind that masculine, like male, it begins with the letter M. So masculine, male, they both mean the same. And then is feminine gender, a noun or a pronoun that refers to a female character or member of a species, and the examples are girl, woman, she, sister, cow, her, lioness, actress, queen, and heroine. And again the helpful hints are like feminine, like female, begins with the letter F. Masculine, like male, begins with letter M, and feminine, like female, begins with the letter F. And another most helpful tip: if a noun has a suffix means ending of ESS or INE or ETTE, it is feminine. Clear? Sometimes if a word is new to you and you just want to guess it if it's a feminine or a masculine gender, then this tip is going to help you out. Okay, the next is common gender. Common gender is a noun or a pronoun that can either be male or female. Examples are parent. Like parent can be either male or female. Same. Child can be male or female. Student can be either male or female. Then again servant, friend, cousin, member, teacher, they, them. So these nouns and pronouns can be either male or female. And here the helpful hint is, if you can use the word to apply to a man and women, it is a common noun or a common pronoun. Then comes neuter gender. Neuter gender is a noun or a pronoun that is neither female nor male. Examples, if you see room, chair, pen, tree, book, star, lake, car, it, and paper. And here the hint for you is that if it is lifeless, it is a neuter gender. This is a very helpful tip for you. Keep it in your mind that if it is lifeless, then it is a neuter gender, and if they can either be used for male or for female, then it is common gender. Here is a quiz for you, and just keep a notebook with you and test your knowledge by identifying the type of noun each of the following nouns or pronouns are. Are you ready for it? Okay, let's start. Prince. You can just write quickly masculine, M for masculine, F for feminine, C for common, and N for neuter gender. Fine? Okay, prince. Artist. It. Stewardess, like ending on ESS. I guess you remember. Mountain. Yes. Lifeless thing. Yes. Student. We have read it in an example. Bank. Again lifeless, I guess. Nurse. Lady. Professor. Pencil. Doctor. Actor. Puppy. Queen. And candy. Candy. Okay, now let's mark your answers. Let's see the very first example, that is prince. Prince is masculine. Artist. Artist is common because it can either be used for male or for female noun. It is neuter gender. Stewardess, it's ending on ESS, so it's feminine gender. Mountain is lifeless, so neuter gender. Student, common noun. Bank. Bank is lifeless, so neuter gender. Nurse. Yes, nurse is common gender. Actually, most of the people around the world use the term nurse to address both male and female nurses. So it's common gender. Lady is feminine gender. Professor is common because it can either be used for male or for female. Pencil, again lifeless, so neuter. Doctor, common gender, yes. Actor is definitely masculine. Puppy is common. Queen, obviously feminine. And candy is neuter gender. So I guess these examples are clear to you. And home assignment worksheet number 3 is attached here with, and just try to solve it very carefully. All the information is already given to you, so I guess it would be easy for you people to solve it. Thank you and have a nice weekend ahead.